When I got the instructions from the Bible study team, they were very clear that they wanted a Bible study that dealt with real world issues, issues of poverty, issues of justice, issues of social change. And so I was already thinking about how to approach the Beatitudes study in that way. And then I got a very strange phone call from the Presbyterian Church USA in Louisville. My friend Vanessa Hawkins called me up. She worked in the national office and said, "Would you like to go to India?" Some of you probably have had that same interaction this year because your global mission partners are going to India. Well, of course, I said yes. And this was a consultation of women from around the globe on something I had never heard of before, the Accra Confession. And so I got to learn about the Accra Confession, to read it, to understand how Christian women and men from Africa and Asia and Latin America and Europe and the United States had come together to say, look, we need to care for the earth. We need to care for the poor. We need to be stewards of one another and stewards of our world. And we need to do this because Jesus came that all might have life and have it in fullness. When I read the Accra Confession, it was a natural fit to the Beatitudes. Now, Accra called the church into a process of confession, a process of confessing what it is we believe. And so what I was hoping to do in this Bible study was to invite us into a process of confession, of talking about what we believe, of saying what we believe, of acting on what we believe in light of our study of the Bible. If our study of the Bible is just in our head and does not affect our lives and does not affect our hearts and does not affect our actions, then it could be the study of French or German or mathematics. It's not a faith study anymore. It's simply an intellectual exercise. I wanted this to go beyond an intellectual exercise. I wanted this to affect our discipleship. So that's why I chose to include confessions. If you want to know more about what confessions are about, you might look at the companion DVD to the study. There's a really good conversation between me and Reverend Dr. David Gambrell, who is in the Office of Theology and Worship here. He's an associate for worship. There's also a really good discussion about the Accra Confession with Reverend Dr. Clifton Kirkpatrick, the former stated clerk of the Presbyterian Church USA, and Reverend Dr. Elizabeth Hinson Hasty, associate professor of theology at Bellarmine University, and they talk about Accra, what it does, what it says, and that'll give you a lot more detail on both of those things.